Hey everybody, we're back with Retro Modern Magic with a new video. This is one I want to do for a long time because I think that these random bulk boxes that you can get from Star City Games and off of eBay are really cool buys because you always end up with something interesting. And so I got this one off of Amazon. Sometimes I get them off of eBay, but this one's from Star City. It's sealed. You can see we have the very official duct tape sticker covering it up so it hasn't been tampered with. Can't get in from the sides. And yeah. Ooh, proprietary box. Look at that, Star City Games. Big shots. So, I like to do a couple things with these. I like to do what I call a blind cube with these, where I buy one, we crack it, and we just draft it and see what happens. And the draft's a little janky because you end up just sort of going around, but there's like a priority to it. It's a little bit more like an NFL draft versus like a snake draft versus just like a pack draft. But or we'll grab piles and we'll just pass the pile around and you get lucky if you grab something. So so yeah, let's crack it open and see what we get. There's usually there's a foil in here, at least one foil. There's supposed to be 25 rares and some premium cards. So who knows? I've pulled some pretty interesting things out of these in the past. Now, this is, I think this is a pack of lands. Yeah, okay, so here we go. So all the good stuff's over here, I guess. So, pack of lands, sealed from Origins. So in case you were in love with Origins, there you go, all your basics. I forget which one it was. It might have been Aether Revolt, where a lot of the lands were coming out, messed up, like poorly printed. So a lot of those packs that came from the fat packs ended up being worth something because there are a lot of messed up lands in there. So then we get a stack of cards. I think, yeah, we get into like some decent foils and uncommons and stuff in here. It's always almost new stuff, but let's see what we got. I love the old cards, as we all know. I love modern. I see some cards in here that have, you know, that look a little bit worn out. So we'll see what those are. We'll get in there eventually. I think I'll break this into multiple parts. But like, let's see if we can pull out an old card here. Yeah, here you go. Oh wow, an Ice Age classic. Drift of the Dead. Drift of the Dead's power and toughness is equal to the number of snow-covered lands you control. Well, that seems like it'd be pretty good these days, except it's a wall, so it has Defender. Oh well. Cool. So what we have here, Aether Storm Rock. I don't know what that is. I assume it's a not so worthwhile card. Ooh, a Leviathan. I have a soft spot for Leviathans. I love anything Age of Sail. This is a cool card. So it's a 6/6 for 7, has flying, so it's a flying Leviathan. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get 3 energy counters, and then you can pay 3/6/8. 3/6/8, return all other creatures to their owner's hands. Active this ability only if you control cast sorcery, blah blah blah. Night Howler, I thought this was an awesome card. This had, like, you could do some neat stuff with Graveyard and Dredge with this card, because it bestowed and then it turned into its own creature. I like that card a lot. And it was a 3-drop, which is cheaper than most of the other creature card, you know, power and toughness equal to the number of creatures in your graveyard. Paulus Crusher. I remember this being a cool card too. A protection from enchantments. Whenever it deals combat damage to player, if it's monsters, destroy target enchantment. Yeah, not that cool. 4/4 for 4 though. Can't complain with that, especially back in the Theros block. Ooh, more Theros. A lot of Theros. Feeling very Theros-y. Ugh, that's too bad. What else? Anything? Ixalan. Okay, that's Zen to Battle. Battle. Ugh, all the rares suck. Okay, and then we've got some foils. So, should I run through the cards real quick? Let's just see what we got. Anything interesting? Arbiter Colossus, not interesting. Akron Horse. I always thought this card's super cool. The flavor is amazing, right? It's totally on theme. You give it to your opponent, and at the beginning of your upkeep, each of your opponents puts a plus. So it's a way of giving your opponent creatures, which Could be useful to give it on your strategy. Enchant mountain you control. Yeah, so white, red. That's pretty efficient removal, actually. Put on a mountain, a lot of land destruction these days. Tiny leader. I got a tiny leader? Okay. Monstrous Ember Swallower, who cares? Another card that just feels like it could have some utility, but never ever will, probably. Like, what's the Align the Hedrons? You could, like, exile that card, blah, blah, blah. Induced Amnesia, I don't know this one. When Induced Amnesia enters the battlefield, target player exiles all cards from his or her hand face down, then draws that many cards. When it's put into a graveyard from battlefield, return all extra cards on his hand. Yeah, okay. So you could do something interesting with that, I guess. Menace, discard a card. This thing explores. 1/1, human, no one cares. A 4/7 Avatar Luminate Primordial. I don't remember this from Gatecrash at all. Oh, I guess I got Molten Primordial. So, Vigilance, Luminate Primordial enters the battlefield. For each opponent, exile up to one target creature that player controls, and that player gains life equal to its power. So that sucks. So I guess that's like, you could, I don't know, what good is that? Haste 6/4 enters the battlefield. Each opponent gains control of up to one target creature that player controls, and in turn tap those creatures. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's just creature control on a stick. Okay, give a creature menace. Pirate Edition's other traits. Untap. Okay, Captain's Hook. Good flavor. Awakening and blah blah blah. Amalgams power and toughness equal to the number of different named lands you control. Okay. Cool. Form of the Dinosaur enters battlefield. Your life total becomes 15. At the beginning of your upkeep, Form of the Dinosaur deals 15 damage to target creature an opponent controls, and that creature deals that equal amount of damage to you. Wasn't there Form of the Dragon? That seems similar. I think that was like your life total was a 5. Creeper Hulk. Creature you control, power toughness. Okay, turn a creature into a 5/5. March from the Tomb, return any number of target ally creature cards, a total converted mana cost 8 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Are there any 0-drop allies? Planar Outburst, store all non-land creatures. Okay. With a weakening. Radiant Flame, don't care. Woodland Wanderer, Converge, don't care. This guy, I remember, was somewhat relevant and limited. Hero from Gamma Fata, Rally, stupid ability. Counter target spell for 3. Okay. Scatter to the Winds. Awaken. If you cast this spell for 6, also put 3+1/+1 counters on target land you control. Oh yeah, it becomes an elemental creature. Okie dokie. So, it's an expensive dissipate, basically. 5/3 devoid, blah blah blah, deal damage equal to sacrifice creature's power to target player creature. So it's a fling on a stick. What was that? Some sort of Cyclops had fling on a stick. Your upkeep sacrifice, you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Yeah, this is a cool card. I used to do something with like zombie infestation with this. Beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you put 2 of these down, and then you could like put a fecundity down, and when all these creatures start dying, you dry out. You'll be able to draw more than you were discarding and create tons of zombie tokens. I don't think it ever worked that well. All right, what else do we got here? So, okay, old school foil. Claws of the Wirewood deals 3 damage to each creature with flying and each player. That's a good foil. That's cool. Not retro modern, but maybe someday. I'm into that. A 1/4 infects with vigilance. Enters the battlefield, destroy target enchant artifact. Okay, that's not bad. I thought it was Pauper. It's an uncommon. Infect 3/3, whatever. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. Return target non-land permanent to its owner hand. That player discards a card if you control a zombie. Compelling deterrence. Look at the quote. So much for neighborly hospitality. That is a fucking scary. That is a scary scarecrow right there. Jeez. Compelling deterrence. That's great. When the play, you may return target artifact, creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so you could do something cool with like, artifacts. So if we're doing like a blind cube with this, you could start to see how things could come together. We got some decent artifacts. Trap Runner. Look at the foiling on that. That is what I'm talking about. That's old school. That is some old school retro modern foiling there. Trap Runner I don't think is retro modern though, but I like that card a lot. That's a great pull. That's what I'm going for. I love all the old cards. You guys know me. Dies, our opponent discards a card. Great. Fierce Invocation. There was a promo of Fierce Invocation at some point, but that is not the one, I guess, because I pulled it. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, creature with flying. Okay. Oh, that's kind of misprinted. Look how faded that is. 4/4 for 3. And cast only if you cast another spell this turn. Well, 0 drops. Target attacking creature gets +1/+1 to end a turn. Who cares about that? Infantry Veteran. That might be retro modern actually. Zada Hedron Grinder. I thought this was an awesome card. It's a legendary goblin creature. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only Zada, copy that spell for each other creature you control that the spell could target. So each other creature you control that the spell could target, each copy target. Yeah, so you could do a bunch of cool stuff. This is a great commander card. It'd be even better in Tiny Leaders. Too bad. Zombify. This is retro modern, and what a retro modern card it is. Modern Horizons brought tons into the format, and Zombify is an awesome card. Pumped about that. Wow, that's awesome foiling and art. Look how the dots really stick out on there. That's cool. Bestow, 2/2 attacks each turn of Fable. Okay. Return Reveler. Oh, I remember playing this. Looks like it was printed kind of dark. Return Reveler dies. Each player puts the top 3 cards of the library. Great for Dredge. 2-drop 1/3. It blocks. It dies. It's a zombie. Bestow for 3/2. Can't attack alone. That's not very good, is it? What am I missing here? Bestow is for 5. Each enchanted creature gets 3/2 and can't attack alone. Well, that sucks. Yeah, that thing stunk. Yeah, it was okay. Amorphy. No. Tap 2 target. Yeah, Entwine. Okay. What is this? Shrewd Hatchling.